The story thus far. After receiving news of Takechi Henpeita's execution, Ryoma fell into a well of despair. While he drinks his sorrows away, Choshu's Katsura, Kokoro, and Satsuma Saigo Kichinosuke appears before him. These men, with the weight of their entire domains, are thrust into a heated exchange. This culminates into a heated brawl, the way these three process their emotions. Ryoma remains entirely unaware of this night's impact on the nation. After a brief respite, the man who, with two names, continues his path towards the truth. Chapter 10: True Identities. Whoa. Hey, move it! Stay back! One of the captains is dead. I better head over to the barracks. What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Like a Dragon Ishin. Sorry, brain farted there for a minute. Last time we finished up Chapter 9, and this time we are beginning Chapter 10. But since it's now a different time of day, we are going to be gathering the rest of the memoirs. There is one sub-story that is in this chapter that we're gonna do. And it turns out, in order to get the Amon fight, I need to do the dungeons as well as do all of the sub-stories, and I have been neglecting those dungeons. So we're gonna probably be spending a few episodes playing catch-up on that as well. But with all that out of the way, I will be cutting ahead to where the memoirs are and or the sub-stories. Okay, so the first one we're getting, probably the only one, is this one that's on the right side of Katsuka's entrance. Notes from a Spy. Nobody knows what tomorrow has in store. The Choshu want to expel the foreign barbarians and close the country. The Satsuma want to open the borders and cooperate with the Bakufu. Natural enemies, right? Ever since Lee Naosuke was killed by the Joey at Sakurada Gate, the Bakufu's been planning to attack Choshu in retaliation. So long as Satsuma believed it was in their best interest to align with the Shogun, there should have been no chance for an alliance. Shit. After the incident on the 18th of the 8th, they should have gone to war with each other right then and there. Choshu was playing a damn coup, and Satsuma unlaced their saddles right out from under them. So now they're friends? Saigo and Katsura were always at each other's throats. Who could have brought them together? If I had to choose who might have done this, I'd have to consider the Tosens. Sakamoto Ryoma's been spotted going in and out of the Satsuma consulate with Katsura and Taro, and Takechi Henpeita has connections to Katsura. Of course, some folks are claiming that Takechi's dead. Don't know if I buy that, though. Whatever the case, the situation has changed. Right now the Bakufu's still in the dark. They'll keep trying to use the Satsuma to put pressure on the Choshu. With no idea what's coming for them, it ought to be pretty fun to see how this all plays out. Okay, yeah, so you can only get this after you reach Chapter 10. Because this does actually talk about that the Choshu and the Satsuma are now friends. They're allies. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, if at all possible, because so far we have not found any more. Okay, so the guide I looked at first to find the rest of these did not exactly tell me when, like when or what time you could get these. And so I found another one and it's a bit more detailed. So that's actually better for me. Now let's head on over to Mukurogai and do the one sub-story there. Then we'll do the dungeons. The other memoirs we cannot get until we reach the final chapter, which is chapter 14, and I think chapter 12 or 13. The very last memoir we cannot get until we gather all the other memoirs, and the one left here in Mukurogai, it seems that we have to complete a bond there. The only other bond that's actually in Mukurogai. So I am going. Oh, for crying out loud! Oh, here we go. Inspiration strikes. Ooh! Just slice his gut open. Let's go ahead and grab this. Gleaming Scythe. After the splendid skill, Fairweather, slice clean through a stumbling foe, consumes heat. So the only one left I have to get a book on is Brawler. So in order to get the one that seems to be here in Mukurogai, as far as I can tell, is that we have to up the bond of this guy. Like, we have to max him out. That's where you're wrong. You bring me all kinds of good things, boss man. Other folks, they dump stuff off on me that I don't even want to touch half the time. Freaky stuff. Really? Like what? Well, recently there's been, like, talismans? And this doll. A doll with hair that grows. That sounds strange. I swear, boss man, ever since that doll came into my possession, my whole body just feels sluggish. You want to see it? No, that's okay. Boss man, you're not scared, are ya? Don't be ridiculous. Of course. Well, come back again whenever you got more to spare. Huh. Yeah, because it's supposed to be right around here. And I guess it doesn't spawn in until we max this guy out. So, we are going to be really focusing on this bond as well. Looks to me like you're itching for a fight, Saito-san. Wait, are you Sumibozu, the Brawler-for-Hire? Sure am. I should have expected you recognize me even with my hair as different as it is. It was your tattoos that gave you away. Otherwise, you do look quite different. What the heck happened? Ah, well, I've been in plenty of fights since you last saw me. Sorta an aimless life. Until I realized I was getting weak in one department. My mind, you see. My body was whipped into shape, but my mind was soft and flabby. Had to train my brain. And now you're a monkish sort of guy? You got it. Do you still fight? I see more tattoos on you than I remember you having. Oh, I still fight. See, I only trained my mind in order to become as good a fighter as you. To beat you. So put 'em up. I've been working hard, and it's high time I was rewarded for it by beating your ass. Brawler enlightened. This is probably not going to be a very easy fight. Ready for your humiliating defeat by my hand, Saito-san. Very well. Then let us begin. Now if I win, will you close up shop and get out of Brawler-for-Hire business? Yes, you have my word. Now come on. This will be a good brawl itself. Oh, you're still using weapons. Okay, yeah, you're actually a little bit tough. You might actually want some of these. Defeated. Looks like I won. Magnificent. I confess that you've bested me. I'll be closing down my Brawler-for-Hire business. That's good. But what do you plan to do with yourself? Well, I was perfectly happy focusing on and training my soul, so I think I'll do that. I'll devote my life to becoming a great monk. Really? That's the complete opposite of your life thus far. Suppose that's true. But it's the right decision. I know that now. And I have you and your fists to thank for that. Here's a little token of my gratitude. Berserker Charm. From now on, I'm gonna do everything I can to tamp down the tempers of wild guys like me. So farewell, Saito-sama. Just goes to show people can change. Maybe it also shows that fighting can be productive. I'd like to think that, at least. That is the last time we will ever see the Brawler-for-Hire. And that is also the only sub-story in Chapter 10. So now... was that charm a piece of equipment? It was. Yes it was. While at low health, the heat gauge charges by 15 per second. Increases the encounter rate. Oh. Well, honestly, I'll take that. The encounters are literally no problem. They'll get annoying, but they won't be much of a problem. But now with all that, let's head on over to the barracks so that we can do the dungeons. We'll probably do like like 1 or 2 dungeons, like a handful of them, just so we can get started. Oh yeah, but first we have to give Sato that memoir before I forget. And knowing me, I will forget. Oh, Saito-san. Hand over memoir and discuss. Notes from a spy. An interesting perspective on the unlikely alliance between Satsuma and Choshu. I wonder what it was that turned the tide for them. How did they finally work past their enmity for one another? Maybe it wasn't so different from what I do. Simply sit down and drink until you become friends. Who can say? Like this note says, they were on pretty foul terms before. Something must have changed. Want my guess? They found a wise mediator. I wouldn't know about that. Mercy. I wonder what such a mediator would be like. How I'd love to meet them myself. You're looking at him! He was just so drunk he doesn't even remember. Suppose a person like that must have a lot of stories to share. Ryoma doesn't even realize what he just did. That mediator was him, but he was so damn drunk off his rocker. He was so wasted that he doesn't remember a single damn thing. Oh yeah, while we're here, we also still have that kid, I believe. Hey, mister. Let's give him spinach. That would make him nice and strong, just like Popeye. Saito, where the hell you been? What is it? Really now? Hang on. You seriously haven't heard about Gen-san yet? What happened to Inoue? Well, just go to the barracks. See for yourself. I really need to spend these prize tickets. Saito. Inoue. What happened? He was shot twice in the chest, then took a fatal blow from a sword. They dumped his body in the river. It was most likely the Loyalist's dog. Loyalist's doing. Yes, that stands to reason. How many times had I said the old man should just retire? Even his own officers were starting to say he was getting rusty when he wasn't around. Those rumors are baseless. In truth, Gen-san was nearly unparalleled with a sword. It's much more likely that he was caught off guard and was unable to defend himself in time. You think so? Then maybe we should be looking to recruit the guy. He may have had the armed advantage, but still, he was able to take out the head of the 6th Division. Tani, then Suzuki, now Gensan? Man, I feel sorry for all the troops who've been relying on such weak captains. Sanosuke-san, isn't that a bit harsh? It's about goddamn time we get harsh. Choshu loyalists are crawling all over this city. We've already lost 3 more captains to them. And with Yamanami-san and Matsubara gone too, the Shinsengumi's rep is completely ruined at this point. Sir, have you heard what the loyalists are calling us nowadays? They say we're pawns. Even they know just how expendable we are. That's what they're saying? Hijikata-san, have you already forgotten? Half a year ago they told us that joining the Shinsengumi was a clear path to becoming Hatamoto. That's the one reason I came to Kyo, to form an elite crew that'll climb its way to the top. And where are we now? Making captains out of people we don't even know. I'm not here because of an emperor, or foreign invaders, or even the state of the country. I'm here to get respect, and the Shinsengumi's done nothing but lose it. Sanosuke. I'm done being a pawn. I'm ready to get out there and put some people in fucking checkmate. Please, sir. I've got to make a move. You're asking permission to find and bring in Gensan's killer. Not at all. Just one guy's nowhere near enough for this slight. I'm gonna raid every last inn in Kyo and butcher all the loyalist Ishin. What? But if you did that, you probably would get Gensan's killer, and we'd never get to find out why he died. I told you, I don't give a shit about any of that. I'm using this dead geezer to finally get off the leash. Nobody can tell us it's not justified if we're hunting for his murderer. We'll wipe out the loyalists, get this city under control, maybe restore a shred of dignity to the Shinsengumi's name. Sir, you want to make sure the Shinsengumi stays on top? Then let me and my boys head out. I like your thinking, Sanosuke. Just one little thing. First Division's taking it from here. Soji? And I'd like to see someone try and stop me. Toshi-chan. Hey now, Okita-san! I'm fine with the First Division moving out, but you have to let me in on the action. We should be avenging Gensan together. Come on, ain't it right? Cool, it's Sanosuke-chan. Nobody here thinks you're a pawn of the Bakufu. Huh? You are a Shinsengumi pawn. And don't you ever forget it. First Division. Let's roll. Yes, sir. Ooh, danger heating up. That fucker. What the hell is his problem? Sir, how can you let him get away with that? It was too far, even for Okita-san. Just take it easy, Sanosuke-san. We all know there's no stopping Okita-san when he gets that way. I fucking had it with the disrespect. From here on, the 10th Division's taking matters into its own hands. This has really become quite the mess. Any plans on what to do next, sir? With those two rampaging across the city, people might start questioning all of our sanity. We'll have to go stop them. Stop them how, though? Saito-kun, I want you pursuing Okita. Carefully. There's no telling what he might do. Looks like I'm getting the worst of it. And what do we do with Sanosuke-san? He'll be easy. Unlike Soji, he doesn't bear any ill will towards Gensan's killer. Just get him good and drunk and he'll blow off enough steam. So, get him drunk and put him to bed. Sounds simple enough. Heisuke? Sure. Just so long as the Shinsengumi's footing the bill. Of course. Sir. I still have a question. What's that? Why does Okita seem so invested in Inoue? Well, they knew each other ever since training in Shiken. Same goes for Yamanami Keisuke, except Okita reacted very differently when Yamanami died. Did Inoue and Okita have some sort of history together? A history. Yes, I suppose that's quite apt. Can you tell me about it? I think that's a question better suited for Soji. Perhaps it'll even bring you closer to the answer of your Tenon Rishin mystery. All the more reason for you to find him. He's probably headed to the spot where Ginsen's body washed up. Makes sense. Where would that be? The harbor at South Yashikimachi in Fushimi. Do be cautious, Saito-kun. Getting in Soji's way when he's this angry could be considered suicide. Okay, but we're not doing that just yet. Cause we are still gonna be doing at least one dungeon before we end this off. Captain Saito, what brings you here today? Battle. Okay, I have a lot of catching up to do. I have to do 9 more missions of this one at the Bandit's Cave. Then I have to do, I think, 10 missions in the next area, then 20 in the last. Reclaim the stolen 1,000 Rio boxes 1. Ow. These dungeons are also really good for... it's also really good for farming up some experience and material. Okay, that's where I need to go. So what's that item over there? Precious steel. Okay, so nothing there. Oh, okay, there's a lot of places to go. That's the second one. There's one more left. So what's over here then? Let's get rid of you guys. That should be all of them. Now I can proceed with the mission. Anything else? No? Okay. I get the feeling that a lot of these missions are going to be very, very samey. Okay, you were definitely not here before. Looks like this is the last room. Should I just go in? Mission complete. I can head back to the barracks now. Okay. Okay, considering that a lot of these missions are going to be very, very samey, I'll probably do these off camera. And I'll just leave in the one that has the Amont bite. So with that in mind, next time on Like a Dragon Ishin, we will be continuing we will be upping bonds, and we will be continuing through the main story. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.